It's week 32 of A Year of Wisdom. Let's get to reading. Day 219, Job 7. Does not a human being have hard service on earth, and are not his days like the days of a laborer? Like a slave, he longs for the shadow, and like a laborer, he waits for his wages. So I had to inherit months of worthlessness, and nights of misery are apportioned to me. When I lie down, I say, when shall I rise? But the night is long, and I have my fill of tossing until dawn. My body is clothed with maggots and clods of dust. My skin hardens, then it gives way again. My days are swifter than a weaver's shuttle, and they come to an end without hope. Remember that my life is a breath. My eye will not return to see good. The eye of the one seeing me will not see me. Your eyes are upon me, but I will be gone. A cloud vanishes, and it goes away, so he who goes down to Sheol will not come up. He does not return again to his house, and his place does not recognize him again. Even I will not restrain my mouth. I will speak in my spirit's anguish. I will complain in my inner self's bitterness. Am I the sea or a sea monster that you set a guard over me? When I say, my bed will comfort me and my couch will ease my complaint, then you terrify me with dreams, and with visions you terrify me. So my inner self will choose strangling, death more than my existence. I loathe my life. I would not live forever. Depart from me, for my days are a breath. What is a human being that you make him great, and that you fix your mind on him, so that you visit him every morning, you test him every moment? How long will you not turn away from me, or not leave me alone until I swallow my spit? If I've sinned, what have I done to you, watcher of humanity? Why have you made me as a target for yourself, so that I have become a burden to myself? And why do you not pardon my transgression and take away my guilt? For now I shall lie in the dust, and you will seek me, but I will be no more. Proverbs 7. My child, guard my sayings, store my commandments within you. Keep my commands and live, and my teaching like the apple of your eye. Bind them on your fingers, write them on the tablet of your heart. Say to wisdom, you are my sister, and you shall call insight, intimate friend. In order to guard yourself from an adulteress, from the foreigner who makes her words smooth. For at the window of my house through my lattice I looked down, and I saw among the simple. I observed among the youth a young man lacking sense, passing in the street at her corner, and he takes the road to her house. At twilight, at the day's evening, in the midst of the night and the darkness, then behold, a woman comes to meet him with the garment of a prostitute and a secret heart. She is loud and stubborn. Her feet do not stay at her house. Now in the street, now in the square, at every corner she lies in wait. She took hold of him and kissed him. Her face was impudent, and she said to him, sacrifices of peace offerings are upon me. Today I completed my vows. So I've come out to meet you, to seek your face, and I've found you. With coverings I have adorned my couch, spreads of the linens of Egypt. I've perfumed my bed with myrrh, aloes, and cinnamon. Come, let us take our fill of lovemaking until the morning. Let us delight in love. For there is no man in his home. He has gone on a long journey. The bag of money he took in his hand, for on the day of the full moon he will come home. She persuades him with the greatness of her teachings. With her smooth lips, she compels him. He goes after her suddenly. Like an ox, to the slaughter he goes. And like a stag, to the instruction of a fool, until an arrow pierces his entrails, like a bird rushing into a snare, but he does not know that it will cost him his life. And now, my children, listen to me and be attentive to the sayings of my mouth. May your heart not turn aside to her ways. Do not stray into her path. For many slain she has laid low, and countless are all of her killings. The ways of Sheol are her house. descending to the chambers of death. Ecclesiastes 7. A good name is better than precious ointment, and the day of death is better than the day of one's birth. Better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for death is the end of every person, and the living should take it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of countenance the heart is made good. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. Better to listen to the rebuke of the wise than for a man to listen to the song of fools. Like the sound of thorns under a pot, so also the laughter of fools. This also is vanity. Surely oppression makes a fool of the wise, and a bribe corrupts the heart. The end of a matter is better than its beginning. Better to be slow to anger than hot-headed. Do not be quick in your spirit to anger, for anger lodges in the bosom of fools. Do not say, "Why were the former days better than these?" For it is not from wisdom that you ask this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance. It benefits the living. For wisdom offers protection like money offers protection, but knowledge has an advantage. Wisdom restores life to its possessor. Consider the work of God. For who is able to make straight what he made crooked? In the day of prosperity, rejoice, but in the day of adversity, consider. For God made one in place of another, so that mortals cannot find out what will happen in the future. I have seen all these things in my vain life. Sometimes a righteous man perishes in spite of his righteousness, and sometimes a wicked man lives a long life in spite of his evil. Do not be excessively righteous, and do not act excessively wise, lest you destroy yourself. Do not act excessively wicked, and do not be a fool, lest you die before your time. It is good to take a hold of the one, and also must not let go of the other. For whoever fears God will hold both of them secure. Wisdom gives more strength to the wise than 10 rulers who are in the city. Surely there is no one righteous on the earth who continually does good and never sins. Do not pay attention to everything people say, lest you hear your own servant curse you. For your heart knows that you also have cursed others many times. All this I have tested with wisdom. I said, I will be wise, but it was beyond my grasp. Whatever is, it is far beyond comprehension. Who can discover it? I set my mind to try to seek wisdom and the plan, and to know that wickedness is foolishness, and that folly is delusion. I myself found that more bitter than death is the woman who's a trap, whose heart is a snare, and whose hands are bonds. The one who pleases God escapes from her, but the sinner is caught by her. Look, I found this, says the teacher, while trying to find how the plan fits together. What my heart sought, I did not find. Although I found one righteous man among 1,000, I did not find one upright woman among all these. Look, this alone I found. God made mankind upright, but they have devised many schemes. And as always, thank you so much for being here today. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button right there and click the bell if you want to get notifications, and hit that like button for me if you would. And I will see you tomorrow.
You'll carry me out of the storm. I'm standing at the crossroads. I'm lost without a clue. I need a big pink neon sign to show me what to do. I thank you, Lord. It glorifies you when you're the only answer. I praise you, Lord, for holding what's too much for me. And I'm amazed by you, Lord, because nothing's too big and nothing's too small to lay at your feet.